Greetings everyone, my name is Zetterville, and welcome back to my Let's Play of Mega Man Maker. During the last part, I covered the longer Virus Mid level Mega Man 4 Megamix. So in this part, I'll be covering at least 4 or 5 more Virus Mid levels, starting off with this one, The Tower by Diamond Wolf, with 43 plays and a score of 14. As always, if you want one of her levels to be featured in a future part like this one, please leave both the level name and level ID either in the comment section below or direct message me on Twitter. Also, as always, the full disclaimer of this entire LP series is linked in the description below. Also in the description are the timestamps for all the levels I cover in these parts, so if you want to check if her level is covered, expand the description. I thought there'd be a secret to the left, but no, it was just there for Yoko blocks. Definitely feels like a fortress/challenge level, as it already assumes you understand how the gyro blocks as well as the Sparkman platforms work, and they're placed already over a hazardous environment. Same with all these platform types actually. Of course that would happen. Thankfully there's a checkpoint right at the beginning of this section, so losses are very minor. Let's go for those Z-tanks just in case. Oh, there it was. I thought I needed to jump from one side to the other. Time to face Pharaohman. This stage was definitely on the more difficult side, and I'd only recommend it to players who already understand how these platform types work. Overall, I'd say it's an okay stage, although the introductory segment with all those platforms placed over all those spikes, that was the hardest part of the stage. The rest of the stage was easier, so you may want to swap over the order. Then again, this is an older level after all, made during last year. Second level on the lineup is The Dust Road version 2 by OfficialMemeGuy, with 23 plays and a score of 6. A Proto Man oriented stage. Started with 3 special weapons as well as the Proto Strike. This is one of the locations where having the Proto Strike can be more of a hindrance, because you can accidentally destroy the terrain beneath you. And the terrain beneath me are all these spikes. I've been waiting to play one of these stages where the Proto Strike is more of a hindrance. A bit of a more tense segment, but it's fun nonetheless. And the stage loops up back over here, right to the beginning. Of course, with those totem pulling enemies, I can also just use my shield to deflect their projectiles back at them. And I didn't even need to use any of my special weapons. This is perfectly doable Proto Strike only. Here though, I need to use special weapons. At the bottom of this room is probably a bed of spikes or a bombless pit. This was a clever gimmick-oriented stage, and for that it gets a thumbs up and is currently my favorite level of the part. Good work, OfficialMemeGuy. 6.5 out of 10 at least. Third level on the lineup is Clean the Flood in Shade Skull Manor by Pikgamer, or Pikgamer, with 5 plays and a score of 0. So this stage is going to use a combination of the Skullman and Shademan assets. Starting out using only the Scarecrow enemies, or the Evil Crow enemies, as well as the bomb flies. Our reward for taking Dapper out is a free tank. I say free because you can access it easily by using the charge kick. And a poor jump on my part. That was embarrassing. Here is the flooded manor itself. I guess this is the courtyard slash backyard. It too is flooded. The wild coil is probably the boss's weakness. Combining all of the usage of enemies we've seen before, the fish, the crabbots, as well as the bomb flies. Not to mention the evil crows. So nice recombination of enemies. Gonna do a safety reset in order to restore my health. The blackout basement segment. Well, not really basement, but you get the idea. Rats, I should have taken the upper route. Yeah, there was a spike right over there. Should not have backtracked. The upper route is just a dead end. Well, that's a suitable introduction to the mace gimmicks. First placing them in a safe environment, then in one in spikes, then another one with more spikes, and now one with a Mamira. Neat, we have a split pathway going on here. Before I take the checkpoint, I'm gonna see where that route leads to. That other route, I mean. It seems that this room could have some wall blasters, or at least some enemies here. Otherwise it seems quite empty. Even this room could have some enemies in it. After all, there's no checkpoint here. The checkpoint is on the next screen. I do like how, if we have access to the power adapter, by taking the upper route, it's shorter and leads up to here faster. But you still have access to the lower route if you only have the Mega Buster, just like a good traditional level. In summary, I say that this was a decent traditional level. Good checkpoint placement, nice escalation of challenges, and nice introduction to most enemies and gimmicks. Also nice recombination of gimmicks at the end of each section. I was never able to punch him, so I'm not sure if that's his weakness. Yep, it is his weakness. Even regular punches work wonders. This stage I'll definitely give a thumbs up to. Good work, Pikgamer. Fourth level on the lineup is Easy Kaizo Red Channel by Apple123 and with 13 plays and a score -2. The title states that this is an easy Kaizo level, but I doubt it, as several levels that I played in the past had hard in their title, but they were rather easy, and the reverse applies as well. Kaizo levels run the gamut of being somewhat difficult to extremely difficult, so I wonder where this will place in the difficulty spectrum. Quick question, why is only the upper force beam coming here? That doesn't seem right at all. Because it forces me to damage boost here. Still didn't make it because my timing was off. I don't think that's intended behavior though. Thank you for the checkpoint. Here I am in the level editor. After trying and failing 60 times to complete this challenge, I decided to call it quits. I'll be showing the rest of the stage over here. What I think is happening is, due to the engine's issues with the Yoko block timings, it screws up how the stage is supposed to play. Like here it's tree and tree, so if one of the Yoko block chains is off screen, it won't spawn in properly when I walk in, so it'll trap me and all the timings will get screwed up, meaning that the red force beams are unbeatable. You can't outrace them, because the blocks don't spawn in at the correct times. So due to updates, this stage is, at least for me, unwinnable. At the very least, if you start from that first checkpoint. And this stage is definitely not an easy Kaizo level. This is around the normal difficulty of a Kaizo level, I'd say. And we fight the boss right over here. In fact, this boss fight will be a lot easier because we're just fighting Cutman. So I'm not sure if it's a level design issue or an engine issue. I'm banking on it being more of the latter. So my apologies, Apple123, and... Fifth level on the lineup is Dynastes Blizzard Coil by ShallotMussels, with 13 plays and a score of 2. Hopefully this stage is a lot easier than the previous one. Then again, it is a ShallotMussels level. Oh neat, first instance of hearing Slashman's team in this LP. This first screen is showing us how we can bounce the wild coil springs underneath the gaps. You just need to be positioned carefully. And here, in order to make the wild coil springs bounce high enough, not only do you have to do a charge shot, you have to hold up in the controller. This is probably going to be a puzzle level. Yep, it is. And I need to sneak it in there somehow, which is going to be the other problem. I have to get used to how the wild coil springs bounce around the place. Okay, made it this time, very luckily. And the stage's difficulty curve is definitely on the inbound side. That first section alone had 24 failures, and this following section is a lot easier. So far so good, and I haven't even gotten to the Blizzard Challenge segments. I forgot about the ceiling there. Guess I'm gonna have to damage boost there. After all, there's a life refill. Thank you for the checkpoint. That was all on me. See, that first section was already a lot more difficult than this one. That one should be replaced near the end of the stage, personally speaking. Oh, I see the trick here. I need to be on the right side so I can actually climb up the blocks again, so I don't trap myself. Oh, there's spikes over here too. Didn't like that segment. If that one spike wasn't there, I'd be a lot more okay, because other than that it feels kind of like trial and error. Time to use the freezing properties of the blizzard attack. Definitely a nice combination of abilities. Now we're introducing the punch blocks. Ah, rats, I trapped myself. There we go, and that's what I was trying to do several times. Gotta be quick here so I don't get trapped. Not sure if that's the intended route, but I'll take it. Seems to be working as well. That way it'll push the block out of the way and I can climb down the ladder. That could have gone really wrong. This is probably the final challenge as well. Made it, without any deaths. Full Yashiki for all of our special weapons. Time to face Shade Man. This stage was hard. Not as hard as easy Kaizo Red Channel, but the second hardest stage in this part. Mainly for the first section. The rest of the stage wasn't as difficult, it's just that one section which was the odd one out. I like the ideas behind it, but I like the second half of the stage more than the first half. The first half brings it down, and that's why I cannot give it a thumbs up. It was just too frustrating and a lot of trial and error. The main offenders were trying to fit in the wild coil in order to bypass the gap and get to the first checkpoint, as well as the spike quarter where we need to use the wild coil in order to light our way, or feel our way through, but I feel that's a bit too much trial and error. The rest of the stage is fine though, and I like the challenges combining usage of the blizzard attack as well as the wild coil. And due to the length of the stage, I think this is a good time to end off this part. So overall, out of the 5 levels I covered in this part, my favorite level would definitely be Clear the Flood in Skull Shade Manor by Pikgamer, with an honorable mention going to The Tower by Diamond Wolf. So in the next part, I'll be covering several more viewer submitted levels. Well then, thanks for watching and have a nice day. Toodles!